What up everyone, it's Grace here obviously, and I just came back from Korea, a holiday for a week. It was awesome, but ridiculously short. I filmed a couple of videos there, but before editing them, I thought I should make this video for you guys because I know a bunch of you are traveling from like the States or Europe or wherever, going to Seoul for the next semester, which starts in like a week or two. For you guys, I thought it'd be more important to do this video first, which is travel tips, like just how to handle the airport and stuff. Because if you're from America or Europe, it's a long way to go to Incheon in Korea. So these are 7 tips for pre-flight tips. Alright, number 1. Okay, this is kind of a weird thing, but you know, I've been back and forth to Korea many times, and you know, when you go from Ireland to Korea, you can't just take a flight. You need to like have a stopover somewhere, and then like that makes everything last so much longer. So it's 20 to like 26 hours of travel that you're doing. You know, you just progressively get more and more gross while you're sitting on your airplane or waiting in the airport. So my first tip is oil pulling. What is oil pulling? You can Google this if you want more technical info about it. But it's another way of cleaning your teeth basically, which is better than brushing your teeth, I've found. Before I went on my flight over to Korea, I did the oil pulling thing and I didn't need to brush my teeth midway through my trip. Or normally I would. My mouth just didn't feel like it was getting disgusting. And then when I got to Korea, I went straight over to my friend Nikki's house and she was like, "You smell good." And I was like, that's amazing. Alright, so number 2 on the list, this is kind of like a geeky thing. But, you know, phones are really important, especially when you're traveling, because like, that's, you know, you're going to need to Google stuff when you don't know stuff and just get in contact with people. So what I would recommend is like, bring a portable charger. This is my portable charger. Charge it up, charge your phone up, charge everything up. Bring all your cables with you, so like, any free sockets, you can just like, portable charger is very important. If you don't have one, get one, because you're going to need one in Korea anyway, because everyone's just like always looking to charge your phone basically. Alright, so these are tips for when you're actually on the plane. This is number 3. I got this one from Casey Neistat's channel because I watched it. I binge watched a million videos. He said bring PJ pants for the long flights, because when you're sitting in the plane for ages, you're gonna want to be comfortable. I tried it out and he was right. So when you get on the flight, one of my flights was like 10.5 hours long, so as soon as you're up in the sky and you can go to the toilet, just go into the toilet, swap over, then you're comfy and then you can sleep better. But actually on the flight over from Istanbul to Korea, I was too lazy to actually get up out of my chair to go to the toilet and change into my PJ pants. Halfway through the flight, plane air is really dry, so like I was getting 2 waters from the attendant. As I put them on my tray while I was eating my breakfast, the plane starts like tilting up, and then like the waters just slowly fall onto me on my lap, and I'm just like, fuck. I just looked like I peed myself a lot. Straight on the crotch. There's just like no hiding it. That sucked. And then like I hit the bing bong thing to get the lady attendant to come over, and they were just ignoring it for like an hour or 2. But you know, it's embarrassing having like water spill so you look like you peed yourself. But I knew like, thank God I have the spare pants. Eventually I did manage to get to the toilet, but like I'd been sitting in my pee pants, fake pee pants, for like an hour or 2. It thoroughly soaked into everything, and I just swapped out for my PJ pants, commando style, which was like fine for the airplane, but then standing in immigration, commando and PJ pants is kind of weird. And also they were not the stay-uppiest of PJ pants that I own. Like, they were pretty saggy, so that was pretty awkward. Pro tip, make sure that the ass doesn't sag out of your PJ pants if you pick them. Or you could just do a Korean style, which I've seen some Korean people do. They just do like the gym shorts and flip-flops walking around all casual and stuff. And it's just like, that's probably better. Just do that. That's probably much better. On number 4 on the list, this thing. Alright, I don't even know what it's called. Alright, this thing. What is this thing? My flights to Korea and back were with Turkish Airlines, and I've never seen this with any other airline, but like, you know when you're sitting on the plane and you're looking at the little screen thing and then you have the headphones plug into the side in the arm holder socket thing, there's like 2 holes, so like your regular earphones won't go into the 2 holes. So that's what this is. This actually came with headphones attached, but those headphones suck, so I ripped them out, and then like there's just a little hole there that you can plug your actual headphones into, so you can listen to things and actually hear what's supposed to be happening, which was pretty awesome. So like, just rob these. These are fucking great. Listen with your own headphones for all of your flights forever until the end of time. So yeah, do that. Number 5, bring a pen when you're on the flight and your passport handy, or your passport info, because before you land in Korea they're going to hand out like little cards for like visa and little card for customs, and you need to fill all that info in. They're going to ask you for an address of where you're staying at in Korea and also a phone number. So get that stuff ready. If you don't have a pen, you can't fill the info in. And then you gotta wait until you land, and then just before immigration, there's a million people standing around, not a million, maybe 100 people standing around filling in that thing just before they go to immigration. If you fill it in on the plane, you can cut all those people like in the queue. You'll be ahead of them, and then you'll get through immigration much quicker. So bring a pen. This is a really important one. Okay, these tips are for when you arrive at Incheon. Number 6, there you go. Immediately when you come out of Incheon Airport, you should go to CU. What is CU? CU is like a convenience store. It used to be GS25. It could also be a 7-Eleven, like just one of these type stores. And go there and get your T-Money card. Why do I say get your T-Money card from there when you could really get it from anywhere? Well, those staff are working in an airport and they definitely speak English. So if you go to wherever else in Seoul, you can also get T-Money card from any of those other places if you happen to forget, but they won't speak English. Good, probably. But if you go to the one in the airport, they definitely speak English and they can explain shit to you. My advice would be go there, get a T-Money card. What is a T-Money card? T-Money card is a transit card for Seoul. It's like an Oyster card if you're from London. I don't know what if you're from other places. T-Money card. So you go there, you buy the card. The card costs 4,000 won, which is like $4 American. They ask you how much money you want to charge on it. You can just say man won, which is like $10. That should be more than enough to get you to where you're going. You can use that on buses. You can use it for the subway, and you can also use it for taxi, which is pretty cool. Optional thing, you can get a SIM card from the CU as well. Most Koreans don't do the top-up pay-as-you-go thing. They just have like, for their SIM card, for their phone, it's all like one contract, and they get minutes with it as well, and they pay monthly. But you guys are gonna have a hard time doing that, because like normally contracts are like 1-2 years, and if you want to leave early, you gotta pay like a fine to get out of your contract, and it's just like a lot of hassle. And also you need a guarantor sometimes and blah, because you're a foreigner. They don't want you just leaving the country with your bills unpaid with the phone. So the way that most foreigners do it is you just get a pay-as-you-go top-up SIM, which is kind of a new thing. So like the service is not great. Like I use a company called EG Shim, but it sucked because I would top up after a couple of months and the money stopped going through, and it's like, you have my money, put it in the SIM card, but they didn't. But what's the alternative? Just catching free Wi-Fi signals when you walk around Korea, which there are a lot of, loads of, but it's really hard if you're trying to meet someone and there just doesn't happen to be a free Wi-Fi connection where you're at. Just something to consider if you have money. So like when I was on holiday, I got a SIM for like 15 days, I think it was. Maybe you can have it up to a month. It was 30,000 won. It came with like a gig's worth of data. So like if you're just using KakaoTalk, you won't go through that data very quickly at all. So you could use that until you figure out something else. Because I think it's pretty important to have a SIM card with a phone number to begin with. Why? This is kind of like another thing, but like there is such a thing in Korea as the foreigners hotline. foreigners hotline is awesome because it's a 24/7 hotline number for tourists or just foreigners to call about whatever. It's like tourist information. You could just literally call them and you hit the button to speak in English to somebody and go, I want to go to the cinema in this place. Are there tickets? How much does it cost? Whatever. Or what time is the last bus from such and such go to? How much does this cost? Whatever. It's pretty awesome. I, at drunken times, resist just calling them multiple times and abusing them with stupid questions. But they just answer everything and that's their job. So it's pretty cool. So, you know, for someone that doesn't speak Korean and you don't really know what's going on, it's handy to have someone to call and ask what's happening, and then they'll go, I don't know, and then that'll be it. But it's nice to talk to someone. 7, the last thing on this list. If you're going to Seoul from Incheon, Incheon is like an hour away by driving from Seoul, and there's a couple of ways to get there. Taxi is the most expensive. I wouldn't recommend it. You can get like buses, which are about 10,000 won, which are pretty good. The buses are actually awesome, like huge leather chairs and whatever. But my favorite way of traveling from Incheon to Seoul is the Airport Railroad, which is subway from Incheon. That goes to several places in Seoul, but like the most convenient would be Hongdae. Hongdae is one subway station away from Sinchon, 20 minutes walking, 5 minutes driving by taxi. So you can just get the Airport Railroad, use your T-Money card, maybe 4,000, 6,000, I don't know, from Incheon to Hongdae. It takes about 45 minutes. You could just get the subway from Hongdae to Sinchon because it's like connected on the same line. You just need to transfer onto the green line as opposed to Airport Railroad, which is easy enough to do because there's elevators in the subway. And once you're at Sinchon station, you're pretty much 10 minutes walk to Sogan. It's not even 10 minutes, it's like 5 minutes, 3 minutes, but you're probably going to be carrying big luggage, so like it's going to be a bit harder to get around quickly. So like I would say 10 minutes because you need to take the elevator up and then cross the roads and stuff. But you're pretty much there. Basically what I'm trying to say is Seoul's subway/train system is really cheap and really quick and really awesome. There are many times I've tried to use a taxi for convenience or speed and it's been much slower, more of a headache, and the most expensive by far. So I would recommend just take the subway. There you go. Okay, this video is long enough. I hope it helps. And to the guys and gals that are watching this and about to head over to Sogan for the next semester, exciting! Hope you have a great time, and yeah, go nuts. Go nuts! Alright, I'll talk to you later. Annyeong!